part 2 of this one-part series, we looked at William Lane Craig's insistence that he has found the incontestable, indisputable, and unfalsifiable path to certain truth. Capital C, capital T. The witness of the Holy Spirit in his heart. And that his witness of the Holy Spirit as a Christian is infinitely superior to any other religion's claims to such spirit-aided knowledge. Mormons and Muslims who claim the same are clearly deluded, unlike Bill. We also heard Bill say that his witness of the Holy Spirit
gives me a self-authenticating means of knowing that Christianity is true wholly apart from the evidence.
And he's insistent on this point.
If in some historically contingent circumstances the evidence that I have available to me should turn against Christianity, I don't think that that controverts the witness of the Holy Spirit.
Do go on, Bill.
In such a situation, I should regard that as simply a result of the contingent circumstances that I'm in, and that if I were to pursue this with due diligence and with time, I would discover that, in fact, the evidence, if I could get the correct picture, would support exactly what the witness of the Holy Spirit tells me.
There's only one reason I can see to shit on evidence like Bill does, over and over and over again. If you don't have any evidence, if those contingent circumstances have indeed turned against Christianity, and that due diligence has failed to reveal any support for what the Holy Spirit has told your heart, you have to find another path in order to keep believing what Bill wants to believe based on his teenage spirit-filled godgasm. You see, people like Bill used to have evidence, actual evidence. Unfortunately, those days are long gone. For centuries, actual evidence of the tribal war god of Abraham was presumed, given the miracles reported in a thought-to-be reliable source, the Holy Bible. The evidence of God's existence was said to be found in the creation of the universe, of the earth and the firmament above, which held back the waters, of humans, male and female, created recently in a perfect world free of death and sin, which was then sent crashing into a fallen state by Adam and Eve, who ate the fruit from the tree of knowledge rather than the tree of life. Actual evidence of the tribal war god of Abraham was believed found in the miracles of the Great Flood, which allegedly covered the entire earth. Then the mass enslavement of the Hebrews in Egypt. Then the plagues of Egypt, of the Exodus, of the children of Israel surviving 40 years in the desert, sustained only by their God's continual nurturing, and of course the miracle of the brutal Israelite conquering genocide in Canaan. Actual evidence of the tribal war god of Abraham was presumed in the miracles of the sun and moon standing still in the sky during that brutal conquering in Canaan, of the crumbling of Jericho's walls, of the miracle of Jonah surviving 3 days in the belly of a great fish, and of course, the saints rising from their graves upon Jesus' death. All of that presumed evidence is now gone. Science has taken it all away. Well, not all of it. Some of it was so patently stupid that even nominally thoughtful Christians like Bill won't be caught dead suggesting it's anything but myth-making. Bill himself dismisses the first 11 chapters of Genesis, including the creation account and the story of Noah's Ark, as mytho-history. And as I've pointed out untold times on this channel, there is no evidence for the resurrection of Jesus beyond the claims of anonymous, non-eyewitness, third or ninth parties writing 4, 5, 6, perhaps even 7 decades later. So what can you do if you're one of Christianity's leading apologists? Well, you'd better tell people that they don't need evidence, that they have a self-authenticating means of knowing that Christianity is true wholly and apart from the evidence, that no argument, no evidence could ever possibly rise above the witness of the Holy Spirit in people's hearts, which you don't need at all when the evidence is on your side. Once again, I'm me. Thanks for watching.